This is one of my favorite buildings, especially at night when the neon lights are on. You can get your palm read here by the local psychic. I drive by here all the time, but I've never been inside, and I've never had my fortune told. But right about now, I think a lot of us wish we could look into the future and see where the housing market's going. Let's see what we can find out. I know what's on your mind, and I didn't even need a crystal ball. A lot of you have told me, and the rest of you told, Google. Hey Google, should I buy a house now? 9,900 people a month are making that search, and they're finding 10,530,000,000 answers. And if that's not enough, allow me to jump in here and be number 10,530,000,001. The housing market has without doubt shifted. Competition among home buyers and the bidding wars that we saw during the pandemic that sent prices up and up and up, they're slowing down. So what's ahead for home prices? Since I'm not the only one without a crystal ball, I'll show you a variety of national forecasts from top housing analysts. And I'll show you what's going on here in Orlando and Central Florida. But bear in mind, the decision to buy a house or not is always a very individual decision based on personal life circumstances. And I'm always happy to help you sort through the details. Let's start here with forecasts about what's going to happen with housing prices in 2023. You can see that forecasts range from a 2.6% increase in 2023 to a 5.1% decrease. These numbers come from organizations such as the National Association of Realtors, Federal Loan Guarantors Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, and the Mortgage Bankers Association. After more than 2 years of double-digit increases in house prices, this is a big change. More than anything else, the current housing market in 2022 has been defined by rapidly rising mortgage rates. This is a result of the Federal Reserve hiking interest rates 4 times already this year to try to tamp down inflation. Rates more than doubled this year, which is something we haven't seen before. Look at this incline from January through mid-November, the numbers from Freddie Mac. To put this chart into real-world terms, it means the average monthly mortgage payment is about $1,000 more than it was a year ago. Although wages have gone up, they haven't gone up that fast. Bear in mind that the historical average mortgage interest rate over the past 50 years is 7.76%, and we're still below that. When can you expect mortgage rates to go down? Well, if they go down, it might be once inflation starts to ease. There's a lot of talk out there also about a recession. Are you wondering what will happen if we go into a recession? You might be worrying about a repeat of the 2008 financial crisis that led to the extraordinary housing market collapse. But the circumstances are very different today, particularly the greater financial stability of today's homeowners, less likely to go into default. Here's what a recession means to the housing market. Don't expect housing prices to fall. You can see in this chart what an aberration the Great Recession of 2008 was in terms of the home prices. Because in 4 of the past 6 recessions, house prices rose. But if there is a recession, you might get a break on your mortgage rate. Here's what happened to rates in those same 6 years. So, should you buy a house now? I've got 2 more charts for you to consider. First, the housing inventory remains low. This shows the average annual month supply of houses for sale from 1999 to 2022. Right now, nationally, we've got a 3.3 month supply. That means for all of the houses listed for sale right now, It would take 3.3 months to sell them at the current sales pace. A 6-month supply is considered a balanced market. Less inventory means sellers have leverage and can raise prices. More inventory means buyers have more room to negotiate. For several reasons, experts say it will take years to get enough houses in the pipeline to alleviate the shortage. So what's the alternative to buying a home? Well, of course, it's renting. And this chart shows, unfortunately, that rents just keep going up and up and up. Orlando and Central Florida are following the national trends. And with our moderate weather and year-round outdoor living, home sales in Orlando and Central Florida keep moving 365 days a year. There is no real off-season. As of October, the median home sales price was $365,000 here in Orlando and Central Florida. And that is up 12.3% over a year ago. The average mortgage rate paid by home buyers was 6.95%, compared to 3.01% in 2021. It's more than doubled. In terms of housing inventory, there were more than 7,000 homes listed for sale in October of this year, 2022, which is more than a 100% increase over the same time in 2021. But that was back when there was a housing frenzy and bidding wars. So this is good news for people who are looking to buy a house now. But it still only equates to a 2.62 month supply, still not a balanced market. That level of inventory does show that activity is slowing somewhat. Houses listed for sale sat on the market in October for an average of 38 days. That's 10 plus days longer than a year ago. While some buyers definitely are sitting back to see what happens, others are moving ahead, and they're benefiting from some deals that are being offered by builders and home sellers. There's a greater willingness by some individual sellers to negotiate. My home buying customers recently have benefited from thousands of dollars in closing costs, a 2-point buy down of the mortgage interest rate, and a reduction in the initial asking price by sellers to get things moving. As always, the decision to move forward on the purchase of a home is personal and dependent on your financial status. Keep in mind, though, as a rule of thumb, time in the market beats out market timing. See what advice Odetta Kushi recently offered about the decision to buy a home. She's the Deputy Chief Economist for First American Financial Corporation. If you can find a house that meets your financial expectations for a monthly payment, and it is a good time for you to buy, then do that. And if you wait for prices to fall, but they never do, you may discover the hard way that the house that you found a year ago that you really loved, that you could afford, but you passed up on, is more expensive next year. Thanks for watching. If you're ready now to buy a home, you might want to check out this video next to see about some of Orlando and Central Florida's great neighborhoods. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting new videos every week. See you next time.